Because Sigma guys are so uncommon and their style of thinking is so unconventional, understanding them may be challenging for many individuals. Some people have the mistaken belief that they may be easily manipulated or taken advantage of since they are often reserved and quiet. On the other hand, this statement could not be further from the truth. If you attempt to tamper with a Sigma guy and push them beyond their limits, you will find that their deep and complex inner nature makes them an utter nightmare to deal with. Now, here are some solid reasons why you should avoid messing with Sigma males. 1. They are more informed than they are willing to admit. Whenever it comes to being in social situations, Sigma guys tend to be more reserved. They are content to sit in the background and prefer to devote their time to self-reflection and learning rather than wasting their time and effort trying to steal the show and be the center of attention. Instead, they would rather focus on gaining knowledge and becoming more self-aware. This indicates that they possess a high level of intelligence and in many cases, know a great deal more often than they care to admit. The fact that a Sigma guy does not flaunt his knowledge to get the admiration of others might cause individuals around them to grossly underestimate their capacity to react when others attempt to play with them. 2. They respond logically. The typical reaction of most individuals when they are tampered with is responding with emotions instead of a point of rationality. Sigma males, on the other hand, have an extraordinary ability to keep their composure even when confronted with emotionally trying circumstances. Furthermore, the lone wolf thinks rationally before reacting, even though most people would crack under the pressure and react irrationally to the situation. Sigma guys can detach themselves from stressful circumstances and think logically about the best way to proceed in the given circumstances. Because of this, it is quite difficult to get the upper hand on them by employing emotionally abusive strategies. 3. They possess a keen sense of justice. Because Sigma men tend to devote a significant portion of their time to introspection and contemplation of the environment around them, these individuals often develop a highly clear and robust understanding of the principles and ideals that guide their behavior in daily life. They have a profound sense of fairness and are not willing to attempt to outdo others in any way. This indicates that they are ready to point out the unjustified or inhumane treatment they notice and won't put up with them. 4. They are quite perceptive. Sigma guys have a strong capacity for observation and are acutely aware of their surroundings. They pay attention to whatever is going on around them, even if they seem to be sitting quietly. They have a personality that makes them very attentive, which indicates they are extremely tuned into their environment and can spot indicators that an individual is attempting to screw with them. Those who try to tamper with a Sigma guy are unlikely to succeed in their plan, since the lone wolf will quickly leap into action and do anything they can to stop this behavior. 5. They constantly regain their power. The unmatched fortitude of a Sigma man is undoubtedly one of the most remarkable qualities that define him. Being the lone wolves of society, they understand that to be successful they need to possess great emotional control. They do not depend on other people to solve their issues for them, and as a result, they have an extraordinary capacity to pick themselves up and recover from the most difficult of situations. If attempting to bring a Sigma man to his knees, you will soon learn that he does not remain at the bottom for long. He must find a solution to pull himself and rise from the situation. 6. They have a strong sense of purpose. Because Sigma guys are so dedicated to whatever they do, they can persevere through many challenges in life. They do not create objectives haphazardly or impress individuals in their surroundings. They approach every task they undertake with serious consideration and sincerity, and they design objectives that they wholeheartedly support. Because of this, no matter how sneaky or manipulative someone is, it will be very difficult to convince a Sigma guy to change the course he has set and the road he has decided to build. It's not a good idea to mess with a Sigma male's resolve if you want to stay out of trouble. And this is something that individuals with malicious motives often find out fairly soon. 7. They are skilled at manipulating situations. Even though Sigma guys often prefer to remain alone and avoid becoming involved in the affairs of others, this does not imply that they are unable to do so. They have a distinctive outlook on life that enables them to think creatively and devise novel strategies for navigating the challenges and opportunities that come their way, strategies that most people would never imagine. When other people attempt to mess with a Sigma guy, they often overlook his capacity to reclaim power. If you attempt to tamper with them, you should be aware that they may utilize their skills of manipulation to their advantage. 8. They won't put up with mistreatment. Because Sigma guys have a very determined attitude towards life, they often do not have the time to engage in shitty games. They take immediate action to confront the behavior in question when they believe that they are either harassed or treated unjustly. The swift and fearless capability to point out these bad behaviors may be disconcerting for those who are accustomed to sneaking behind others to achieve their goals. They will halt in their steps and be taken aback by the Sigma male's unique personality. 9. They don't hesitate to express their opinions. Since they are completely fearless to express their thoughts, Sigma guys won't put up with any form of maltreatment. While they may come across as calm and pleasant, Sigma males have a willpower that should never be taken lightly. Whenever they believe that someone is attempting to screw with them, they can be shockingly aggressive in how directly and sincerely they voice their opinions. 10. They always have well-developed ideas. One of the major strengths of Sigma guys is their high level of intelligence. It is certainly a fool's game to attempt to outwit Sigma males since they thoroughly consider whatever they speak about and do. Most of the time when someone tries to outsmart a Sigma guy, they discover that he is more intelligent than they could imagine. Trying to embarrass a Sigma guy or making him appear foolish is definitely an impossible mission. 11. They are conscious of their limitations. Sigma guys are very competent in calling out behaviors that they do not like since they are aware of their boundaries. They use a significant portion of their free time to reflect on their inner self and learn more about the restrictions and constraints that they impose on themselves. Keeping this in mind enables them to swiftly detect any effort made by others to cross these limits. Putting a Sigma male's boundaries to the test is a dangerous endeavor, as you must understand that those boundaries exist for a very good reason. 12. Their rage can be frightening. Observing a Sigma male in a state of rage is very uncommon. His normal demeanor is quiet and reserved, and it is extremely hard to get him worked up about anything. Therefore, when a Sigma guy is in a state of anger, it can be somewhat nerve-wracking as it occurs so seldom. Most people are more used to seeing lone wolves in a calm and relaxed state, which is why when they become furious, they are so terrifying to be around. You need to be a terrible piece of work to drive a Sigma guy to rage. Nevertheless, if you succeed, you must be in for a big surprise. 13. They never forget. Besides having a high IQ, Sigma guys have an elephant-like memory. They are incredibly attentive, making them recall almost everything, and this is essential for accomplishing their preoccupied self-development. While they are too logical to harbor resentments, the lone wolves will undoubtedly recall instances when someone has attempted to sabotage them, even if he remains nice and cordial. And this is why you should never mess with them. 14. They finally succeed on their mission. A Sigma guy will nearly always prevail and conquer in the end because of his tenacity, reasoning, and high level of intelligence. He has a clear vision of his goals and will do whatever it takes to get them. Although it may initially seem as if you have the dominant position by tampering with a Sigma guy, it will be temporary. At the end of the day, a Sigma guy always recovers and prevails. You now understand why you should never mess with a Sigma male. If you have these traits, then you must be one of the rare male archetypes, the lone wolf. Comment your thoughts on the subject. And if you want to learn more about Sigma males, don't forget to subscribe to The Untamed.